Hello, my name is Miss Ball, and I'm a first grade teacher with Spokane Public Schools, and I'm here to do some math with you today. Our learning target says, I can make sense of word problems. Some people think word problems can be a little bit tricky, and they get intimidated by all the words in the problem and not knowing exactly what to do or how to solve it. I think they can be fun, and today we're going to take the numbers out of the problem so that we can focus on the clues that the story is giving us to solve the problem. If you would like to today, you would need a piece of paper and a pencil so that you can sketch out your model as we go along. If you don't have those things, that's fine too. You can follow along in your head as we go. Let's get started. So our first clue to our word problem today says, some giant sea turtles were swimming to shore. Some stopped to rest. So first we need to think about what is happening in the story so far. What do you see in your mind? Could you draw a little math model? So take a minute if you need to pause the video or go ahead and sketch on your paper right now while we're talking through. What do you think is happening? How big are those sea turtles? Why do you think they're swimming and why did they stop to rest? Maybe you're wondering how many sea turtles were swimming to shore? How many of those needed to stop to rest? So I'm going to just do a quick math sketch on here and you can draw on your paper. So remember, we know that the word some means more than one. So I'm going to draw, there's some sea turtles, and here they are swimming. I'm going to draw circles as my model for my sea turtles. I don't want to take much time sketching out a fancy sea turtle. So I think maybe there are 7 sea turtles swimming to shore. And then here they stop to rest. I'm going to say maybe 2 of them get tired and they stop to rest. That's what I know so far. Remember, your model might look a little bit different than mine, and that's okay. Let's see what our next clue says. Some giant sea turtles were swimming to shore. Some stopped to rest. Some were still swimming. Oh, we have a little bit more information. What changed in our story, and how can we change our model? So it says some giant sea turtles were swimming to shore. So I've got that already. I think there were 7. I'll add that down. And I think some stopped to rest. So maybe 2 stopped to rest. And then there's another piece of information that says some were still swimming. So I know all of them didn't stop to rest. Some of them were still swimming. So if these 2 stopped to rest, I think that there are 5 still swimming. Let's move on to our next clue. Some giant sea turtles were swimming to shore. Some stopped to rest. 6 were still swimming. Ooh, what changed? What does that 6 mean? And how does that affect the rest of our model? So I know now that there were 6 still swimming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks different than what I had before. I was making the guess that 5 were still swimming. So if I still think that maybe 2 stopped, that's going to change how many there were in the beginning. So I need to have my 6 and my 2 who stopped to rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 2 that stopped to rest. So in the beginning, now my model shows that there were 8 swimming. 2 stopped to rest, and that means 6 were still swimming. But we're not done yet. There's another clue. The final clue says, some giant sea turtles were swimming to shore. 5 stopped to rest. 6 were still swimming. So how many were swimming in the beginning? So we have some more information. Now we still know that we had 6 but we're still swimming, so I'll add those. We know that 5 stopped to rest. That changed from our original clue that we had. So I'm going to put those 5 that stopped to rest. I was thinking at first that maybe 2 stopped to rest, but now that I have the numbers in, I can adjust that really easily. So now it says how many were swimming in the beginning. So I can take my 6 and my 5, and put those numbers together to see what I did. 6, 1, 2, 4, 5. I noticed that there were 11 in the beginning. We just solved the problem. By looking for clues and thinking about what was happening in the story, we were able to make sense of word problems today. Thank you for joining me. If you want more videos, you can go to the Spokane Public Schools Learn at Home website, or you can go to KSPS website for past videos. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey there, it's Mrs. Yuhara here, ready for another math riddle. Okay, let's get started. Our math riddle. And remember, a riddle is something that maybe it's a funny question or a funny statement that you kind of have to think about so that to get to the answer. And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just kind of a brain stretcher. So let's do some stretching of our brain and see if we can figure out what the mystery number is. So here's our math riddle. Let's get to our first clue. Okay, the first clue. Oh, the number is than 9. The number is greater than 9. And remember, we have this sign, which means greater than. We have this sign, which is less than. And then we have the equal sign, which means the same as. So keeping those in mind, there's 3 symbols that we use in math to communicate what we're trying to say. So the number is greater than 9. Okay, well, if the number is greater than 9, ooh, I almost revealed another clue. If the number is greater than 9, well, okay, what? Stretch my brain. Well, if the number is greater than 9, I know the number cannot be 9. Nope. If the number is greater than 9, then all the numbers that come before 9 aren't it? So what numbers come before 9? Well, 8 comes before 9. Nope. 7 comes before 9, so I know that's not it. 6 comes before 9. That can't be it either. 5. Nope. 4. I don't think so. 3. Nope. 2. And 1. All the numbers before 9, and let's not forget 0. It comes before 9. All right, all those numbers cannot be it. So we know it has to be a number greater than 9. So maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 1083. There are a lot of numbers greater than 10. So what are we going to need to do? Get some more information. Let's move to our next clue. The number, oh boy, back to the key. The number is less than, so here we are, less than 25. Ooh, okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to switch out pins here. The number is less than 25. So is the number 25? No, the number can't be 25. So I am going to put 25 up here, and I'm going to put ink because it says less than 25. So it doesn't say it's the same as 25. So it has to be less than 25. So what are numbers that are less than 25 but greater than 9? Ooh, let's see. Well, let's move forward. Let's see, 25. What's the number before 25? That's 24. What's the number before 24? 23. So it can't be that, or it could be that, I guess, sorry, because it is less than 25. What's the number that comes before 23? 22. What comes before 22? 21. Before 21. What number comes before 21? What number? Sometimes I have to count up. Like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 20 comes before 21. And what comes before 20? 19. 18. Oh, now I feel like I'm on a roll. 17, 16, 15, 14. Are there any more that I could include here that are less than 25 but greater than 9? Yeah, I think you're right. 13, we'll sneak it in down here. 12, 11, greater than 9, 10. Okay. Ooh, so it could be the numbers. Let's just count backwards. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. It could be any of those numbers. I wonder which one it is. Are you making kind of a guess right now? Are you kind of thinking, I think it's going to be the number? You have one in your head? All right, let's see if you're right. Let's find another clue. Okay, here's the purple clue. Oh boy. The number has the digit 0 in it. Now remember the word digit. That means, this word means any number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's a digit. And some numbers have 2 digits, like a lot of these numbers up here. Some numbers just have 1 digit, like the number 9. So let's look. We have a number. We're looking for a number that has the digit 0 in it. Okay, I'm going to use my eyes, do some careful, close reading. Okay, 24 does not have 0. Boop. 23, I do not see a 0. I don't see a 0 in 22. I don't see a 0 in 21. Do I see a 0 in 20? Oh boy, I do. It could be, our mystery number could be 20. Do I see the number 19? No. I see the number 19, but I don't see a 0 in it. To use that precise language, right? 18? No. No 0 in 17. I don't see a 0 in 16. There is not a 0 in 15. Not in 14. Not in 13. 12, 11. Hold on. Yep. I got another number with the 0 in it, and it's 10. So now I know the number, our mystery number has a 0 in it, has the digit 0. So it could be 10 or it could be 20. Well, you're close. Does anyone, the number that you picked before, was it one of those two? Or are you thinking, oh, maybe next time? All right, let's find our final clue. Oops, here it is. The number is the sum of 5 plus 5. Okay, so wait a minute. Sum. The sum. That means it's kind of like It could be it's the answer, or another way to think of it is that it's the total amount. When we're doing adding, when we add things together, it's kind of the total amount of what happens when you add all those things together. So maybe you're adding 2 things together, or 3 things together, or more things together. And it could be numbers, it could be amounts, it could be items, but whatever that answer is also another way to say answer is sum. So the number is the sum of 5 plus 5. Do we know 5 plus 5? If you're not sure of 5 plus 5, do you have something that can help you? You do. 5 plus 5. If you need to count your fingers to find the answer, you can, but you might just know because that's one of our numbers. That's a double. So let's see. Let's bring it out. 5 plus 5. What's our answer? Boop. Woo. 10. Yep, there it is. Woo. So the answer to our riddle is 10. Thanks for playing.